Buongiorno
Bene.
a tutti, grazie di essere qui. I'm sorry for my bad Italian. I'm trying to learn. I want to learn quick so I could speak with everyone in Italian. So nothing. I'm taking all the classes necessary to learn, because I think it's important to speak the language of this country. So hopefully quick and soon, I'll understand much better and especially speak it much better. So thank you.
Bene, cominciamo allora la conferenza stampa con le domande dei colleghi giornalisti presenti. Cominciamo con Sandro Piovani della Gazzetta di Parma.
Buongiorno, benvenuto. Lei, vabbè, intanto ci dica in che ruolo ama giocare, come ama giocare, e visto che ha giocato anche con grandissimi campioni di livello mondiale, cosa ha assorbito e cosa può portare nel Parma.
Yeah, I usually like to play the traditional box to box role. I'm an aggressive player that likes to attack the box, also defend with intensity. I feel like I'm a very intense player. I could bring a lot to the team when it's needed. And I feel really good in that role, but also I could cover other positions. I have the ability to cover other positions, which is very helpful for teams, for coaches, and also for me, because I could play more than one position. But yeah, I think that's about it.
Per quanto riguarda la Serie A, è stato in panchina a Cagliari, insomma, ha cominciato i primi approcci con il calcio italiano. Lei cosa si aspetta da questa stagione, anche dalle prossime, insomma?
Yeah, of course. So I was in the bench, how you said, against Cagliari, and it was a very good experience to see it close up, the level of the game, of the way that it's played here in Italy. I've also seen it and felt it a little bit in training. I'm still trying to nothing to adapt to this new game that's for me and for the intensity and on all that comes with it. So nothing. I'm happy to see how they play here, what the level is, and for this season, I just hope to adapt quick to this new game that I'm soon gonna be familiar with, and hopefully get minutes, get experience, learn, grow as a player. And for next season, the same thing. I think I want to keep on growing as a player, learn from everyone that we have here, from the players, from the young players, from the experienced players, from the coaches. I think this is a great place to grow as a player, because it's how you said, it's a young club, a very young club with a lot of ambition, and I think that kind of represents me as well. I'm a young player with a lot of ambition, and I want to learn and grow fast and quick, but well. So I think that's the most important thing that I'm thinking about this year, and we'll see what happens next year, but focusing on the small things right now.
Lorenzo Fava, Sport Parma.
Ciao, benvenuto, welcome, bienvenido, te lo dico in tutte e tre le lingue, perché hai tre nazionalità, italiana, argentina e statunitense, e quindi ti chiedo anche qual è il tuo rapporto con queste tre nazioni. Ti senti più italiano, più argentino, più statunitense? E a proposito di statunitense, qui c'è un presidente a stelle strisce, Kyle Krause. Quanto ha influito avere un presidente dagli Stati Uniti d'America per venire qui a Parma? Nella trattativa, ovviamente, quanto ha influito?
Yeah, of course. I'll start with your second question. First of all, I wanted to thank Kraus and the club for having me here, for being the first American player that could represent this team in his since his time here. Also congratulate Kraus for his 5-year anniversary as president as this club. So nothing. Obviously, it's motivating to have an American owner. I relate a lot with Americans. I was born in the United States, so which goes back to your first question. I feel very American with a lot of Argentinian culture because my family is Argentinian. I have a lot of friends that are Argentinian, and in my house we speak Spanish. Obviously, I think the least country that I could relate to is Italy, but hopefully with my time here, and hopefully I play here many years, because I think this is a great league and a great country. Hopefully every year or so, or every month, I could relate more to this country, because it's also my country of origin. My great grandpa is from here, from a small town in Bologna. I don't know the name yet. I think my parents know, so I will have to ask them. But obviously there's relation to every single nationality that I am part of. But obviously super thankful for the three. I think they're more are bigger parts of me, but I think they all play a huge part in who I am today.
Sarà facile per te sentirti a casa con altri 5 argentini in rosa. In campo, nella posizione preferita, tu hai detto la mezzala, però ti chiedo qual è maggiormente in un 3-4-2-1, che è il modulo che il Parma potrebbe sviluppare, la tua posizione, dove ti vedi in questo sistema di gioco, e se magari, avendo giocato con Messi, puoi anche trasformarti in un trequartista a seconda punta.
Yeah, there's a couple Argentinians here, so it's still nice to have Argentinians around. I think they've been very helpful, very welcoming, and not only them but the entire team. A lot of them speak English, so I could speak to a lot of them. But nothing. How I said before, I want to learn Italian to speak the language here, and so I could speak with everyone, not only have relations with the ones that speak my same language. But yeah, playing with Messi, I've also had to play a lot of positions and cover a lot of positions. I think in the formation that we play here at Parma, I think I could cover maybe two positions, which could be the two attacking midfielders behind the forward, or the two more defensive midfielders. I think here they see me as someone that could get to the box, to someone that's aggressive, attacking the back of their line. So I think that's probably the position where I see myself the most. But yeah, that's it. Playing with Messi was a nice experience, so hopefully I could bring that experience here to Parma and help out the most I possibly can.
Edoardo Mamoli, Tutto Mercato Web e Parma Live.
Buon pomeriggio. Volevo chiederti, tu hai esordito anche con la maglia della nazionale, avrete il mondiale in casa, speri che Parma possa essere il posto giusto per arrivare a una convocazione per un obiettivo così grande?
Yeah, I think this is the right place to be for me to reach that level, to possibly have a chance at next year's World Cup. How I said before, I think I mean Parma is a very young club and is very very ambitious, and they gave me the opportunity to play in one of the best leagues in the world. So I'm happy about this next step of being here and trying to prove myself in a league which is outside of the United States. I think it's a great challenge for me. I think if I do it well, obviously it's going to take a lot of determination and focus and hard work, ups and downs. But I think if I work hard and I do a good job, I think Parma could help me and give me the potential I need to reach that next year's World Cup. So hopefully it helps, but I know that it depends on me. It depends on what I do with my time here and my club, which is going to lead me there. So happy about this opportunity. Thankful to Parma, how I said before, and nothing. Hopefully I learn and grow and could play next year's World Cup. If it's not that one, it's the next one.
Ancora non hai vissuto l'atmosfera del Tardini. Cosa ti aspetti? Il pubblico del Tardini è molto caloroso. Cosa ti aspetti anche rispetto alla MLS, il campionato americano?
Yeah, hopefully I could experience the tifosi giallo blu, right? I think it is. But hopefully I could experience El Tardini soon, as soon as possible. I think I've heard great things about the stadium, about the fans. So nothing. Hopefully it's quick. I think comparing to MLS, I think it's a little different. I think here the fans are probably a little louder or more intense and really focused on the game. MLS, there's different types of stadiums where it could be pretty loud, sometimes a little quieter. It depends who you play. I think maybe the passion is lived a little differently, but nothing. I think as soon as I experience more stadiums here, I could tell you a little bit more and compare the two different type of atmospheres. But I've heard a lot of great things about Serie A and the fans here. So nothing. Hopefully I could experience El Tardini very soon.
Francesca De Vincenzi, Parma Press 24.
Ciao, benvenuto. Ti chiedo, negli Stati Uniti cosa arriva del calcio italiano, cosa sapete, cosa seguite solitamente e se tu ti immaginavi mai di venire a giocare in Italia, se lo sognavi, lo pensavi?
Yeah, of course. I've always watched Serie A as also other leagues from here in Europe. I think as a kid, my dream was always to play in one of the top leagues in Europe. And as I got older and would watch more and focus more on each league individually, I always had the Serie A as one of my top leagues. So I'm super happy to have this opportunity here to be able to try and perform here at one of the highest levels in Europe. So yeah, in the United States we follow a lot of the European leagues because we believe that it's the highest level possible. And nothing, I think that's about it. I think this is a great league, great opportunity for me, and hopefully now Americans could follow Parma a little more because I'm here. So nothing. I think I'm definitely gonna enjoy this moment here.
Ultime due domande. Giancarlo Ceci, Stadio Tardini.
Buongiorno, ben arrivato. Senti, in America. Quali differenze hai notato fra il calcio americano e il calcio italiano?
Yeah, I think there's a big difference in American soccer and obviously the the football or soccer here. Um, American football is very young. I think it's growing. It's been growing last years. I think a lot of good players have arrived, so the level is definitely growing and going to be higher in the next few years. I am for sure a firm believer in that. But comparing to here to Serie A, I think there still is a lot of work to do in the USA. For it to get to that level. How I said, I think here is one of the best levels in the whole world. So there's still a lot to go, but Serie A is a top level. I think the quality of the players, the tactics and the intensity that the teams play here is greater. I think obviously it's better and nothing comparing to the MLS. I think how I said before, the MLS still is growing in that aspect because it's young. Obviously Serie A has a lot of years, a lot of experience, and the best players in the world have played in this league. That's why it's such a prestige league, and the MLS is starting to get very top players. So I think slowly they'll grow, and nothing. Serie A is obviously top.
Nel Miami sì, era la difesa a 4 o a 3 come fa il Parma. E se era così, hai notato delle differenze anche in partita e negli allenamenti?
Yeah, in Miami we would play or 4, and sometimes we would play 3 in the back. I think there's obviously differences because there's 2 different coaches which with 2 different ideas. So obviously there's differences between how we want to play here and how we played when I was at Miami. The difference between the lines or what the coaches ask is different. There's a lot of small details that goes around in the locker room that one coach decides to do it this way or the other coach decides to do it another way. So there's obviously differences, but mostly in Miami we play with a line of 4, sometimes line of 3. How I said, here I've understood that it's mostly line of 3. But yeah, I'm a little bit familiar with the line of 3 because in Miami we played it last year and we played it a little bit this year. But obviously there's still a lot more that which I could learn from. How I said, it's a young club, young coach, so they definitely wanna grow, and I wanna grow with them. So I just need to absorb and learn as much as they say, formation, position, whatever type of tactics. So yeah, that's it.